Even though D&D has been around since the 70s, Northwest started their club this year.
Marshall, Drake, and Jackson kind of approached me during freshman orientation and asked me about November. They finally sent me an email and said, hey, we really want to do this. So I brought them in and said, all right, what do you guys want to do?
How the club started, started with my friend Jackson. He started telling me about D&D, and we wanted to make it grow because we thought there would be other people in the school who would want to play D&D with us. We started talking about with Marshall Watson and kind of led us to Mr. Collins. He set it up and we got started.
D&D Club is Dungeons & Dragons. It's a tabletop role-playing game, but you get together and you tell a story. Everyone is involved, so they play along. They're the actors in the story.
Dungeons & Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game where you create a character using the player's handbook and other books like the Dungeon Master's Guide and Monster Manual to figure out your stats and what items you would have and character details.
The group meets on Mondays and Fridays after school until around 6 p.m.
Typical D&D session, everyone gets together on Mondays and Fridays, and we'll split up into our groups, move some tables around so everyone can sit, and the DM will set up whatever they need for that day. The DM will be like, okay, here's where we were last time, and they talk about where the story left off, then the story continues.
The DM would probably be at the head of the table. The DM is the Dungeon Master, and the players would be probably spread out around, and they'd have their character sheets and dice.
DM is short for Dungeon Master. They're the ones that kind of run the game. They've also been called GMs or Game Masters. They're not really chosen necessarily, more of a volunteer basis, because those people do a lot of extra work sometimes in planning and making sure that the story's ready to go.
My favorite part of playing D&D is probably making the characters. It's really exciting and fun to make the stats and figure out which thing would go best with your character.
My favorite part of this is being able to get together with people who want to have fun and want to tell that story. Being an English teacher, I've loved stories all my life. I love the fact that we can get together and we can tell a story that really are just sparks of imagination in everyone's head.
Your level of experience doesn't matter. Everyone is welcome.
I haven't been playing that long. I've been playing for about a year and a half.
I started playing when I was 8 or 9. I kept just meeting more and more friends who were like, hey, I do Dungeons & Dragons. Let's play. And so my best friend that I've had since junior high, him and I still play.
If you're interested in joining the D&D club, talk to Mr. Collins.